Welcome, everybody. Let's get this thing started, man, the right way. Everybody wants to know why he goes and podcasts late. Beneficial ownership report. Man, it's been that kind of a day. What can you say? And I look good in black too. Put your fists in the air if you look good in black, but I look sharp in black. Put these ensembles together. Nah, my girlfriend, she does it, but for real, I look good in black. I look good in black. Shout out to everybody out there that's living a beautiful life, like yours truly, Taibu Mu'addib. You know, I be fired up. I want to get you guys fired up. I want to scream and I want to yell like, you can do it. Then I get into my coach mode, right? That's where I'm at tonight, my coach mode. A lot of folks want to jump on here with me, man. If you want to jump on here with me, make sure you hit me up prior to my podcast. We're going to get it funky tonight, though. Thank y'all for joining me on TikTok, YouTube. Just giving everybody a little bit of a taste tonight. I don't get the viewership I used to. Folks been shutting down on, but that's all right, though. The people that really want to meet, they diving in. What do you talk about? What do I talk about? I get down. I'm over here messing around so I can get you guys this anthem I got jumped off for you. So I want you guys just to hear it. You already know what it is. I intro with the song. I'm working on a new one. Share this thing. Oops. Share this thing. Podcast entertainer. Let's go. That's me. Author, motivational speaker. That's me. 9:30 is. Sometimes 11, sometimes not.
Right now. Hit it, Shay. Come on, a little bit more. Yeah. It's cold out here, y'all.
Out here in these streets.
And I'm telling you one thing.
It amazes me.
It's amazing. How they don't know. No one's like it. It's the Cosby Show. Killer cops is nothing new to melanated people, bro. Not in the America that locks us up for mega busting, legalized prostitution so the mob can get their cut. CIA agents bringing dope in from the south and spread it through the hood so we can take each other out. The sadness in the hood isn't just some recent shit. It's the same thing that you can see on a slave ship. Trauma passed through generations lead to a peculiar life. Can't believe in freedom, even if one of your parents white. I'ma do it right, cause I'm conscious and I know the way. I got roots in Africa. Pittsburgh was my birthing place. International businessman from inmate 15208. African Messiah, dog. Someone had to save the day. All you want is metaphors about the club and freaking whores. Stacking up your paper, flashy cars, and them foreign tours. Don't you know it's war they coming after you and all they got? It starts out with Congress, yeah. Them the folks are scheming plot. Once they pass the laws, it's on you and I to know what's up. And since we know that's how come the jails are jam-packed with us, I got my fist raised. Cause unity is in my heart no matter who you are. Come and live your truth, that's how it starts. Yeah. That's how it starts. Go get it. Go. Don't you know it's war? They coming after you with all they got. All you want is metaphors. International businessman. Can't believe in freedom. Pleasure to meet each and every one of you. Taibu Mu'addib and Shay. This is Live Your Truth. Pull up a chair, get your popcorn ready. Let's make it happen together. We appreciate you for joining us. Tap in.
Hey everybody, how's it going? Taibu Mu'addib right here. Just getting you started this evening. I'm a little bit late. Well, maybe a little bit more than late, but that's all right. We got a great show for you tonight. I had actually written down the actual flow for the podcast, and I misplaced it because I write a lot of stuff down. So bear with me. But I want to get you the right show. We're still into the Civil War study. I still want to study the reactions and why people are at war with themselves, don't recognize it, and basically spinning your tails and going in the wrong direction, trying to fix it, not properly diagnosing the problem. And the issue really is you are at war with yourself. So the Civil War study is appropriate. Don't miss the morning sharecrop report at 8 a.m. You don't want to miss that. So I'm just looking for my new the new look schedule I have for the podcast. If I can stick to that and adhere to that, and I'm getting more structured to make sure that you guys get the actual message you're supposed to have. All right. So I appreciate you guys for jumping in with me tonight. Don't get it on there. Grab a different notebook. Honey Boo Boo from the little hit series, she passed away early, but it says something to a lot of you. It says that success, man, can be fleeting. So don't wait for it. Don't wait to be successful. It can be fleeting. That young lady had success from since she was knee high to a grasshopper, and she gone too soon. 29 years old. Man, I wasn't even starting to live at 29, so I can't imagine that. But people, when it's over, it's over. So you don't want to be in dealing with regret. Not people die every day. Don't get me wrong, but I would think, to be honest with you, I would think that a lot of death um, is preceded by a lot of pain and misery. And what I mean by that is folks with chronic illnesses, just old age itself, especially when you're poor. I think a lot. I think most people's death, forgive me if I'm wrong, but I think that death is preceded by a lot of pain and misery. And people don't want to deal with that fact. But if you aren't living your life to the full and you just die tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? Like a bus hit you by jumping the curb or something like that. Were you miserable? Did you spend your last days in pain, anxious, worried, depressed? Just think about that. So yeah, Honey Boo Boo, she passed. We're gonna look at that for a hot second, just because I want you to know that even success can be fleeting, you guys. That you can be successful one day, hit that first million, and then it'd be all over. God call you home. So make sure that you are respecting the process, respecting and enjoying the journey, and adding value to people's lives. Don't forget to do that. All right. Just want to make sure it's the right thing. Let me slide over here real quick and get this. I'm telling y'all, I did it. I wrote it down for you guys just so I could have it. I just have to find it in my notes. And I used to have a separate, notes for almost everything, right? Like a separate notebook for this, separate notebook for that. So I'm gonna make sure that I get that going again, so I'm not stuck looking for how to break it down. But at the end of the day, though, the Civil War, man, it really is a unique study, something that I'm doing for you guys, just to remind you that the problem is more likely you. That's where my breakthrough came through, and that's why I offer the EFC workbook. The EFC workbook is my number one publication. It's the change agent, how I changed my life and turned my life around, from being a knucklehead, man, to achieving at a high level. So you want to make sure that you download that, like and follow the First Step Coaching page over on Facebook to get more into that and in tune with that. So wherever I put that down at, it is hidden from me. It does no longer exist. I had the full schedule, program schedule. That's crazy. Well, it's in my heart. It's in my heart. And watch, as soon as I get up, watch, it's gonna be right there in my face too. But I had written down the full schedule of how I wanted to run the podcast tonight. And I appreciate you guys for giving me a couple of moments to get myself together because I really want to have a more structured program podcast situation for you. All right. So let me go to my screen share real quick. Let's look at what that Civil War thing looks like. But first, let's look into the passing of the untimely passing, forgive me, of Honey Boo Boo and what that whole situation was about. Because, that young lady, I mean, she might not have been your favorite person, but I'm telling you right now, like, um, she was doing it big and she was getting it right. So a lot of you, I want you to think about being successful, and then all of a sudden, bam, the worst thing happens for you or to you. All right. Study on Civil War. Where's my stuff at? Booyah for Monday. All right. For LYT. Got to get it right. Well, hold on. Let's see what this says because I didn't go yesterday because I had a headache yesterday. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, that's one thing. It's not the thing. It's one thing. Let's see. Man, let's get out of that. Get out of that. Get out of there. All right. So, just to make sure I got this right, moving forward, it's tough. Jump on here, man. I don't want to wing it. I don't want to wing it. All right. So, the reason, if you guys want to know, I started the Civil War study was because many of you have been having issues. Like when I make my calls to people in my coaching community, if you want to be a part of my coaching community, it's very, very simple. Download the EFC workbook. All right. Inbox me on any of my platforms, reach out to me and say that you would like to go for your free consultation call and we can get that done. It's only a 15-minute call. But it might make the difference between, what you're doing right now and what you could be doing in the future that you want to do and take care of. Reaching your goals is a serious thing. If you prioritize them properly and put them first now, then later on down the line, you'll be there. Trust me, I know. So if you want to be part of my coaching community, download the EFC workbook. The link is in the description over here on my YouTube page. So make sure you get that done. We'll go ahead and put that in there real quick. Let me go ahead and make that comment. Hopefully it'll still paste. Oh, paste, please. So it won't paste for me. I got to come over here and get it. All right. Come over here and get it real quick. Bam. There we go. Paste in that. All right. So to watch the full episode with all of its effects, you want to go over here to YouTube, man. You want to subscribe. Make sure that you guys go over there and do that. Cancel that. Make sure you guys do that. All right. Without subscribing, man, over there on YouTube to watch the full episode, you're gonna be missing a lot. Okay. So I'm gonna put that in there. Organically in my heart, I want to make a difference. So when I'm on my calls with people, I mean when I'm coaching people, when I'm helping people, I realize that a lot of pushback that I get, especially on the initial call, is, oh, I don't need help, or oh, I'm busy, or I can't afford it at this time. Like all the I can'ts and all the pushback and all the walls and all the defense. But really, that's not the you that opened up my email or that clicked on my ad or that subscribed to my workbook. That's not the you. The progressive you, that's why I use the Civil War, because it makes sense, right? The North wanted to progress away from slavery, the South wanted to stay in it. a few other minor things, but still, the main issue was the South wanted to stay and continue to use the system of slavery. All right. And they want to that to be legal. They want it to be legit. They want to be recognized. They want to be representation, and in Congress, all that stuff. So the North was like, no, we can't do it no more. So if you are the kind of person right now, we're heading towards New Year's. If you have a resolution coming up in January, I'm going to be this, and January I'm going to be that. If you wait until that moment comes, the South, the part of you that wants to stay and not change, is going to win. And it's been winning out. And if people don't dig into, I'm going to go through the studies, so y'all know the major victories and battles in the Civil War were very important because a number of people had to come in and play a part in that, including people that look like me. Yes, former slaves. So, when it came to manpower, when it came to strategy, a lot took place in that. Okay. So I want you to know that, when you invest in a coach like myself, and it may not have to be me, I encourage you to get coaching because I know what it did for my life, even if you don't choose me. All right. I'm just saying invest in yourself and get a coach because manpower is important. If you want to really be wealthy, it's going to involve building a team. It's important. If you know you have a tough time staying motivated through until you reach the goal that you had before, like many people came to me, I did corporate fitness for the last year and a half. Now I'm doing this. This is what I'm doing right here, right now, helping people exclusively to reach their goals. And I'm really good at it because I understand, because I used to be in that situation, not the motivation side. I never needed help getting motivated. But as far as the transition from one state to the next, yes. If you are sedentary, if you haven't been doing much with your life, if you want to go from being a sharecropper or a kind of person that works a 9 to 5 to a business owner and an investor, that transition is not something that's going to happen overnight just because you say, I want to do it. I'm going to do it. Saying I want to do it, I'm going to do it. Those things don't matter. Over time, you need a coach to keep you tied to that goal. And I'm saying that because many of you don't realize the competition for your goal is high. If your goal is to be fit and firm and tone and fit, the competition for that is high. And it has nothing to do with what you eat or when you work out. It could be your kids, it could be your job ramping up and needing you there more hours. The competition for whatever goal you have in life is high. It's sky high. It may be you doing something that you're uncomfortable doing, and I don't mean in an untoward or negative bad way. I'm talking about it may be something that you're uncomfortable doing, like getting out, knocking on doors, or making cold phone calls and sales calls, whatever the case may be. Whatever your goal is, the competition for that goal is high, it's sky high, and thus the Civil War. Because the part of you that's like, man, let's just keep things the same. Things are all right the way they are. Right. For you parents that have young people that aren't so young anymore and they're not just listening when mommy says do this or when daddy says do that. You know what I'm saying? And now you have to parent differently. You have to figure out different ways to get their attention, different ways to add more structure, different ways to get more compliance. That transition is important. That's why you bring a coach in. So a certified goal achievement coach like myself, I'm pretty much not what you would consider a jack of all trades. My specialty is coaching you from the first step, which is why I named my program after you guys. First Step Coaching Program. This is for you guys. First Step Coaching is for you. From the first step all the way through into the goal completion. That's what I specialize in. That's my specialty. All right. To watch the full episode, you guys know what to do over here on Facebook. Hope to see you there. YouTube, Taibu Mu'addib 4019. Let's go. And I'm just giving them teasers. I'm giving them teasers on my different pages. That's what I'm supposed to do because they're hard headed. They don't want to. They're hard headed. They don't want to do the rest of it. I appreciate everyone out there, man, this holiday season, man, for being a part of my coaching community. If you're watching right now, the First Step Coaching appreciates you. All right. Just want you to know that. And I make sure that I put my change agent out there for everybody to take advantage of it. Okay. I'm excited about 2024 because I'm sending out emails. You folks are responding. I'm sharing and liking and engaging with you guys online, and we're connecting. And you guys are like, hey, I want to rock with you. Cool. Let's go ahead. Let's do it. All right. Thank you for following me. I appreciate you very much. So, as I do my thing right here, right now, this is what it is. It's live your truth. This is my platform for you. Come on here and live your truth, right? Just want you guys to know I'm all about it. It's episode 145. We're doing a Civil War study. I thought I sent myself the story about Honey Boo Boo and her passing. So that's what I was looking for, but I couldn't find it. Disappeared on me. I will do a couple share for you, and I will give you guys some help before I go to the next thing. But I want you to know that I'm really, really excited, really, really excited about what we got going on here at Live Your Truth. And in January, y'all think I'm looking clean now in January. That's why I structured out my podcast. So in January, I can run through that thing, bring it in with the podcast intro, roll right through it, give you guys the clips of the day, give you guys the scores, just run right through the podcast, man. Have a really good time with this. It's going to be a much more entertaining show. That's why I'm going to be bringing the subscriptions for all my pages in 24. Because I'm just going to be giving out more content, man, more entertainment, more excitement, more informative content to get you guys all pumped up and fired up to stop sharecropping, start shareholding, and be successful and live a beautiful life. You can tell by my voice I'm still a little bit under the weather, but I'm giving you guys everything that I have. Taibu Mu'addib over here, making sure I'm live. There's so much going on. I'm just sitting there. I'm live. I'm not even live. How's everybody doing? This Live Your Truth episode 145 is Civil War, man, discussing the untimely passing of Honey Boo Boo. And just the reason why I think that's important is because she was a child star, but she dead now at 29. What sense of being a child star if you're going to be dead 30 years old? That's a short existence. That's tough. But what I'm telling you is if you're not living, man, if you're not living wild and free, man, and enjoying your life right now, you might as well go ahead and start because it is tough out there. It's tough right now. Let's go. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and share this couple's joint right here. Just recently had a really big breakthrough in my relationship. I'm happy to show this one right here today. It's a big deal. And you gonna ride with somebody, man, make sure that they riding for you. And if you with them, it might take a while. It might take a couple years, you know what I'm saying? But be sure, as much as you can, be sure what you're working with. That's all important. And go ahead and let this ride. Let's hear what he got to say.
Like you need to find yourself a woman just like that, as you can feel the same way I feel. Because once you feel this feeling, it's a feeling that you can't describe. How beautiful it is to have a woman who really got your back. I'm gonna talk about this type of stuff. What it feel like as a man to have a queen behind you and you know she got you. Like it's a different feeling when you got that woman behind you. That's why I say and do the things I do, right, baby? That's why I love my wife so much because she just always got my back. Like I'm for real. Out of everybody turn their back on me. A lot of people turn their back on me. She didn't. Everybody turned their back on me. Guess who didn't? She been there the whole time, y'all. 14 years straight, standing strong. Much stuff I don't put her through. You know what I'm saying? Just much stuff she don't put me through. Yeah, I didn't do nothing. I didn't do anything. You did a lot. Your mouth was smart in the beginning. But look, as much stuff we went through, we always, at the end of the day, we brought it together. At the end of the day, we brought it together. That's why we so connected. It's easy for us to bond. This ain't no Instagram fake couple thing. No, we've been together before Instagram. She was in my top 3 on MySpace. Right?
Where they say top 2 and I'm not 2.
She was top 2 and she not 2. Think about it. She was on my MySpace day. We came We've been together since MySpace days, y'all. That's how.
So the young brother seem happy, man. He seems to be at a place where he can put it out there, man. So shout out to all the couples out there that's posting they bae, they boo, they wife, they husband um, on social media. That's where we connect at. That's where we all come to connect and communicate and converse and have a good time. So the young man is definitely putting out there. But the one thing that he's basically saying is that, you know, generally speaking, you know, rocking hard with and for somebody that has your back is important. Make sure that you take care of that person when they're taking care of you. That goes for you young people, you know, mom or dad or both. Somebody has your back if you're not out there broke, starving, or hurt in dangerous situations. So make sure that you take care of that person the way that they deserve to be taken care of for how they take care and look out for you. Um, so yeah, generally speaking, it's a 9:30 p.m. show. Sometimes I go later, earlier, depending on what's going on. But I'm trying each night to give you that show. Last night I had a splitting headache. I don't know where it came from. I was down. But again, coming back, making sure I get you guys this podcast information. That's what it is. Um, I specialize in fitness. So I'm gonna throw something up here. You know, you can be a friend of mine on any social media platform. But let me tell you something, plus size or not, I just want you guys to know. Like if this is you, I can help you. I'm gonna put this up here real quick and screen share. It. But I want you to know that, you know, it's definitely about being body positive. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, if this is you, I can help you. I'm gonna go ahead and screen share this. I'm letting you know, ladies, fellas, you know, if you're in a situation where you find yourself and you want love, you want a relationship, but you know, you kind of know to a certain extent that you know being more fit and more in shape would help that journey, then that's what it is. So if this is you, you know, you, I can lose when I'm with you. Clearly, you know, if this is you, if you know, if you find yourself posting and then looking back like, I don't know, you know, trying to find angles. If you know, if you're, you know, slightly, you know, overweight, or you know, you've never really been in shape before. Like I specialize in fitness, so as a goal achievement coach, there's just some things that we can tweak, some strategies we can put in place, and activities we can offer you to help you get in shape in record time. And that's really where I hang my hat is. I hang my hat on helping people to get their results a lot faster than they thought possible initially. So Taibu Mu'addib right here, man. I want to make sure that I'm giving opportunity to motivate you to get in shape today. If you want to watch the full episode, go over there to Taibu Mu'addib over there on YouTube and subscribe. All right. Just shooting it to you guys straight. So right here on the screen, I think it's Bridget Taylor, 42. So the young lady, man, she's, you know, out there, man. Obviously, man, she's probably trying to attract somebody or attract something, but clearly, you know, her body has seen better days, or she's not really at her tip top physical fit shape. So I mean, but if you find yourself in a situation, fellas, ladies, I'm not gonna put all y'all out there, nothing like that. But I just want you guys to know when I reach out to you and call you and say, "Hey, this is Coach Taibu. Thank you for reaching out to me by hitting my ad or hitting my email. But how can I help you? What can I do for you?" I don't want you guys to be like, "Oh, I'm not interested. Not interested at this time. Why are you calling me? Who is this?" You know what I'm saying? I want you to be real about the you see in the mirror. And it's okay to tell a licensed professional, I'm not okay with that. It's time for me to make a change. 2024 is here, man. I'm gonna stop sharing. I just want you to know, ladies, fellas, if that's you, if you know that you could be in better shape, if you have been in better shape and you want to get back to that situation, whatever the case may be, I specialize in fitness, man. I would love to link up with you online. I have almost a flawless system online, the online coaching program bundled with the online training. It's spectacular. I put a reel out today on TikTok where I had a young lady um, earlier this year, early last year, doing both of them, and she could see that the online coaching program because of some of the extra resources and tools that came along with it, video masterclass and things of that nature. That she was able to stick with the program. She was having a great deal of fun. It was engaging for her. She felt the support that she needed to continue to get results. So if you want those results, man, in record time, if you want results you never saw before, if you want to make sure that you are sticking to your goals until you actually achieve them, it's no substitute. It's Taibu Mu'addib right here, man. I'm over here on Coach Taibu page right now. About to go to my Taibu 2 Rise page. But before I do, just want you guys to know, uh, I'm here for all of you. All right, each and every one of you. I'm ready to coach your success. You guys know what success is. You haven't seen any success in a while. Make sure that you guys get on board. All right. I want to make sure that we get the opportunity to meet you and I face to face. All right, let's do it. Bam, bam, bam. Waiting for that to post. All right. So, do you have a good definition on what the Civil War is? All right. What's the Civil War? What's it doing to you? What's it doing for you? Let's talk about it. All right. Many, 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 many individuals uh, are battling, seriously battling hard. It's tough for you. I get it. You want my quick background story? I'll tell you that I was working an assembly line uh, in southern Wisconsin, a small city called Jefferson, Wisconsin. I was working an assembly line, and it's one of those plants where you go in, there's really no windows, you know, you just kind of humping all day to the lights, phosphorescent lights, whatever you want to call them, but just humping it out, right? So I'm working a good 10-hour shift. One of them kind of jobs where you rush to the break room, eat maybe something, use the restroom, rush back, one of those kind of jobs. So one day, the job was so mentally and emotionally unfulfilling for me. I wasn't passionate about it to the point where my hands were moving and the line, selling lines moving. I do my part and push the thing, but mentally I froze. I went into a feud. I froze, shut the whole line down because I froze because I didn't know what I was gonna do for the last 2 hours of my shift. Like I had run out of things to think about and imagine and toy around with my head or think about. Like I froze. So I had a whole anxiety attack at that job. I'm reporting this to you guys to let you know, like, man, that was so crazy. So, if you guys are going through that, if you're working a job that you can't stand, man, these days with the internet being what it is, connectivity, so many different ways to add new streams of income, legit, to your monthly account. Uh, so many different goals that you can set and achieve, so much stuff to be learned, new languages, whatever you want to need to do to make yourself. There's so many jobs. I'm in Texas now. I was in Wisconsin. They had those bilingual positions up there, yeah, but down here some jobs are just mandatory that you bilingual. I mean, just think about how long it would take you, 4 to 6 months. I have 6-month courses. It take you 4 to 6 months to learn a new language these days, whether you use the Google app or you use Rosetta Stone, whatever you choose to do, there's for free. Just learn new languages. So, but you need a coach to push you through that thing, right? Because I can go on the app while we having our one-on-one session and see what you know. I'm telling you right now, man, you can put yourself in a position to win in 2024. It's not going to happen if you don't win your Civil War. That was deep. It's not going to happen if you don't win your Civil War. The Civil War, you guys probably are like, oh, you black. How can you talk about the Civil War like that? Listen to me. I'm talking about it because it makes sense, doesn't it? I'm not holding you back. Look at me. I'm the picture of success. You know what I'm saying? I'm not holding you back from being successful. You are. But people have told you that like that for a long time. It didn't make sense to you. Hence the Civil War study, because I'm a confirmed genius. So the Civil War study, I'm saying, hey, look, you're at war with yourself. Part of you, like the South, wants to stay the way you are and do things the way you're doing them. And many of you, matter of fact, the majority of you believe you're going to be successful doing things the way you are. Not adding one skill set, not adding me to your team, right? Or building your team in any kind of way. Just you, me, myself, and I'm going to do it. You're not. It's not going to happen. But you believe you are. So you're like the South. What's working is going to work, and I'm not going to fix it. The North wanted to progress away from that mindset, mentality, the attachments. Okay. So think of yourself. If you have low emotional intelligence, no budget written down, just I know I have bills due. When they come up, I'll pay them, but no real budget written down. So you know that you're saving money and then thus investing it forward, right? If you're afraid to look at your bank, I have the last 90 days, I've challenged everybody that watches my podcast to go through their bank account, go over the last 30 days and look at what they're spending that they didn't need so they can go ahead and get on my coaching program. I'm trying to hook y'all up. I'm ready to coach your success. I'm trying to hook y'all up by him. The Civil War, so many of you are like the South. So it's not just about the way you think, it's your daily activities aren't helping you to progress. The North said, this is what we need to move forward as a nation. What are y'all doing? We can't do that anymore. The South said, man, I'm trying to hear that. We ain't trying to hear that. To be clear, the North had to go to war to progress the nation. And so many of you, it took a while to get to that realization. You thought it was going to be easy. The North was talking to the South about moving away from slavery. No, we didn't have to go to war. It could have been a conversation. The South could have been like, well, this is what we want. We'll give up the slaves. The old you is not going to do it. The old you does not want to stop being fat. It doesn't want to stop being lazy. It doesn't want to stop being stubborn. The old you doesn't. Look at your kids. If you raise your kids poorly and you come to find that out because now all of a sudden they're acting out and you can't get them to correct their behavior no matter what you do, it was something that you did. And that child said, I don't want to change. So what you got to do, you got to go to war. So war is the appropriate euphemism in this scenario. That's how seriously you have to take change, people. Y'all trying to buy them little quick, in 30 days, I'll help you. You want to look at somebody, this is what I did. And they're not going to even touch you. You're not going to have a conversation with them. I don't want you buying the Taibu Mu'addib program online and downloading it and just go. If it was that easy, y'all would be successful like me right now, doing what I'm doing right now. It's not going to be that easy, people. We have to go to war together. And if you're real, you'll admit that you don't have the manpower, you don't have the ammunition, you don't have what it takes to win the war against the old you. If you're real, you'll admit that. The old you've been beating you down for a long time. Worked corporate fitness, and something made me very successful was talking to people and saying, hey, look, when you invest in this training program, you're telling the you in the mirror that you're taking control. It's not about asking your spouse. It's not about waiting until next time you get paid. It's about you telling the person in the mirror that you saw in the mirror this morning before you left the house that you're taking control, that you're in control. When you identify with being broke, you'll stay broke. When you identify with being confused, you're always confused. When you identify with being afraid, you're always fearful. It's real. So, first step coaching is the transitional phase from where you're at right now. You take that first step into this world, and then we transition. We help you with that transition. And you're gonna have to go to war with the old you to get it. Taibu Mu'addib, y'all trying to get I ain't gonna give y'all the whole full deal. Look at my Instagram folks over there. They want the whole full meat. If you want to watch the full episode, you're gonna have to subscribe. This how I'm gonna get my 10,000 subscribers over on YouTube and start getting my partnership thing going with them. Because I'm gonna start giving y'all bits and pieces, and I'm gonna start cutting y'all off. TikTok is gonna happen to y'all too, because y'all keep reporting me when I'm sending y'all messages and links to sign up for the program. Y'all think I don't know? Y'all the ones reporting me because they if they're letting me go live, but I can't send messages. When I send messages like, okay, go ahead, follow this link. Let's have a conversation. Y'all be reporting me. Y'all two-faced it. TikTok. It's a love-hate thing. TikTok. Let's go. Love, hate. All right. Bam, I did Facebook, my TikTok pages. Bam, I'm killing it today. Killing it. All right. Well, let me go to the next step. Blink, 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 blink. What can I do now? What can I do now? Let me get over here and jump on. Let me jump on my pages. Yeah. First step coaching. Okay, I like that. Circle of Champions. Let's go. One more time, going live on my professional first step coaching page over on. Follow First Step Coaching on Facebook and just make sure that you guys tap in. I'm going so hard with this sharecropper report in the morning. This sharecropper report is something deep. This morning, if you missed it, Mr. Rendon Solomon, and this guy is like, what is his job? He said he do. He does like corporate investment strategy stuff. The dude's way up there, but that's not how he started. He started on like North Lawn neighborhood in Chicago or something like that. His parents were sharecroppers, and he broke it down. He said this was how deep it got this morning. His grandma, he said he keeps her on the circuit. He posts her online and stuff like that, and folks love his granny, his mom's mom, but his mom is passed already. But when he broke down that his mom worked, 2 jobs to make sure they had, food, clothing, and shelter his whole life. She worked herself into an early grave. And many of you are on your way doing the same thing right now. Many of you, the same thing right now. So you want to go to the First Step Coaching page right here. I'm live on right now. Hello, First Steppers, and get this content. Get this content. All right. Get in the comment section, man, and let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. Get in the comment section. This podcast is being brought to you entirely courtesy of First Step Coaching. And I'm hammering the Civil War, hammering the sharecropper report. I'm hammering this teaching down so that when the new year starts, you guys better be ready. I better have all you on my phone list, call you, reach out to you. Let's have this conversation. Let's get you on the coaching program. Let's get you bossed up in 2024. Don't be left behind. Don't see your friends or what you do, girl. I got on the First Step Coaching program. He told you. I know you seen the post. You know what I'm saying? Like, Don't see me driving a new whip. Don't see me, oh, we're moving into our new home. Don't see me doing these things. And you could have been a part of the movement as well. But if it does take for you to see that, all it means is that you just wasted 6 months, 8 months. You know what I'm saying? You wasted 2023. If you still broke, you wasted it. I've been podcasting for 2.5 years. Y'all know me. So I challenge everybody to look at my Facebook, Instagram, now TikTok page. Look at my beautiful life. Look at how I was living before, and then look at me how I'm living now. That's what all of you want. Going to jobs that y'all can't stand. It's crazy. It's the craziest thing. I don't get it. So begin the Civil War, taking the first step. Those two things are married. The Civil War began because one side drew a line. Raise your hand and get in my comment section with a hand raised if you're going to draw the line and start your Civil War tonight. That's why I'm doing the study. I want to encourage you to take your first step. I call it the First Step Coaching Program, man. First Step Coaching for you. Take your first step, draw that line in the sand, and start your Civil War. Go to war with yourself for your goal. Just stop thinking it's going to be easy. Many of you have bought gym equipment. You got gym memberships and never used them because you weren't willing to go to war with yourself. You wasn't. You didn't draw a line in the sand. Don't be phony about it. Don't be fake. Keep it real with yourself. It's not going to be easy when you want to change. Just because you say it, just because you feel motivated, because you watch a motivational speaker or something, like, please watch motivational speakers. I do. But then the tie that binds the beginning ideal to the finished goal is that transitionary phase that you need a coach like me for. You do. Because when the war gets tough and you need different strategies and you lose the battle ante in them, but you need to win the luge at, you know what I'm saying, Baton Rouge, whatever. I'm telling you, because you're gonna lose some battles, but you can lose. This is a tough thing. I had to talk to my daughter about this to help her understand. We can lose battles in life and still win the war, people. That's what a coach does. It's for me to say, hey, look, okay, you didn't do so well on the program this week, but that doesn't mean the strategy wasn't legit. It just means that your emotional intelligence, we have to work on that now. Let's leave the strategy where it is, because if we run that process, we'll see results like we did the week before. So if we're dealing with emotional intelligence, and we have a process for that, let's get on that now. I'll be the first person to say that I saw results in one area of my life, and then when things fell down and I wasn't seeing results anymore, I didn't know how to identify why. The process was the same. Why am I not seeing results? It was something else. And I'm going to give a shout out to the guy, man. My coach, Terrell Jones, my coach, got certified through his program, man. The young man knows his stuff. That's why he's good at what he does. But deeper than knowing what you're doing, and every good chef out there, every really good 5-star chef will admit this. Outside of being good at what you do, when you're passionate about it and you love to do it, that meal, that service that you provide, it's priceless. It's priceless. I want you all to know that I know what it's like to need help and not have it available. I know what it's like to be confused about something and not have an answer. I know what it's like to want to be more, but not know how to start, to not know what direction to go into. I know what that's like, people. I know many of you are there. But what I didn't know, that you're all going to find out when you download the EFC workbook, When you download the workbook after this podcast, it's in the description over here on YouTube. I don't know what y'all doing on the other platforms. I don't know you're gonna get it. It should be able to find it. EFC workbook. It said EFC workbook plus. Look, find it. Get that link. Download that. Get y'all gold ticket. Did y'all see the gold ticket flyer? Y'all better get y'all go. I'm giving away almost $250 drawing. You better get that gold ticket. I'm telling y'all right now. Yeah, some of y'all remember I did that $1,000 giveaway when I first moved up here. I'm telling y'all, it's not about throwing money at you, man. It's just I have to help trick yourselves into drawing this line and starting that war. Stop being scary. Taibu Mu'addib, man. The last piece of advice I'll give y'all before I get out of here is this. Don't try to do it on your own. Don't try to do it on your own. That's the last piece of advice I'm going to give you. And I believe that I have some information to back that up. All right. I believe I have information to back that up. Yes, I do. All right. So I'm a screen share this and I'm gonna get y'all out of here. But this is what it's talking about right here. This is what it means, like literally for real. This is why I say, watch that motivational speaking to get fired up and draw that line. Then come get some manpower. Come get the coach. All right. But this right here, when we're talking about, my last piece of advice, this guy right here, really breaks it down.
Significant, and you need to see the value in the process. We want wealth, but we don't want a plan. We want success, but we don't want significance. We want connection, but we don't want correction. I've got to write it down, and not only write it down, but I need my circle of accountability to correct things that may be wrong. Because if you're trying to build this dream and walk in your destiny by yourself, if you think you can pull it off with no help, with no purpose partner, then it's too small.
And that's it. That's it right there. I can't say any better. I can't say any better than that, so I won't. If what you're trying to build, if what your vision for the future is, doesn't involve building a team around it, it's too small. It's too small. Taibu Mu'addib, I appreciate each and every one of y'all for jumping in here with me tonight. Like I said, in the morning, 8 a.m., I do a sharecropper report. 8 a.m., 8:05. Y'all know me. But I'm just saying, around 8 o'clock in the morning, I jump in here and I give it to y'all straight. The sharecropper report is important so you guys understand what the system of sharecropping it is, and how it's designed if you're living in it to get you further and further in debt. And I know just by continuing to share that with you guys, you'll get it. You'll reach out to me and I'll be able to, coach you guys into a more elevated state of living. And at least begin to consider getting you out of that system that's basically bringing you down every day. So that's the show over here. And then now, that's the show over here. And then now, get that going. I always give my folks over on YouTube something extra. I really wish that I had a whole bunch more to say on the subject, but that's why I'm being more strategic with my podcasting now to give you guys the meat and get out y'all way. All right, because I know y'all have important, busy lives. But what I want to say tonight is that I'm really, really ready to coach your success. Excuse me. And when I say success, I don't mean success by my means and what I believe success is. Right? I'm talking about you. When I say I'm ready to coach your success, whatever your vision is, whatever you see as being successful, that's what we're in. That's what we're in it for. All right. I'm extremely excited about 2024. I can't say that enough. I'm highly convinced that if I can get you to draw that line and begin your own civil war within yourself, that's your first step, right? If I can get you to download the EFC workbook, that's the change agent. That's your first step. If I can get you to accept it's going to be tough, it's going to be a war, it's going to be a challenge, and that you need more manpower, then I know I'm going to hear from you. And I know when I do, and when I reach out to you, hear from me, it's going to be a good deal. It's going to be a great conversation. We're going to get something done. All right. All the best to you guys this holiday season. See you guys tomorrow night for another great episode of Live Your Truth. If you want to be on the show, come into the virtual studio, reach out to me, let me know. We'll get it done. All right. Good night.